A nasty nor'easter bearing down on Maine.
The winds are howling. Their waves are going insane.
Snowfall rates close to 3 inches an hour.
Vehicles stuck. Wicked weather battering the state.
It's a good time to stay inside as some of the heaviest bands of snow are moving in.
From the coast.
It's a mess out here on the mid-coast as the wind continues to blow and pile up all of this snow.
To the heart of Maine.
Weather Authority 1 is on the road and ready to roll.
CBS 13 News at 6 starts right now.
And right now, more than a foot of snow is on the ground in some spots, and the snow continues to pile up as a nor'easter powers its way past the coast of Maine.
That's good. So with a live look in Lewiston right now, and it's been pretty much like this all day long, near whiteout conditions at times. Streets mostly deserted as a lot of people make the smart decision to just stay indoors. Our crews are spread out throughout the state with team coverage from some of the hardest hit areas.
We'll get to all of that in just a moment, but first we're going right to Charlie LaPresti, who is tracking the storm.
Well, that's right, Kim. I think we have about 2 more hours left of the serious accumulating snow, and after that, we'll start to move out. We'll see the clearing skies, and it's going to be cold tonight and windy as well.
A convicted killer free on bail 25 years later.
Justice on the way.
The one witness who helped put him behind bars for murder.
She was very, very credible, and I believe that was the eyewitness testimony that made it for the state.
And may give him his chance at freedom.
Did you witness a murder down at the pier at the Casco Bay Lines here in Portland, Maine? No, you did not. No.
I just want my life back. I just want all of our lives back.
Just in tonight, a moment nearly 3 decades in the making. Video of Anthony Sanborn Jr. being released from jail.
Right now, Sanborn is out on bail as this continues to develop tonight. We do have team coverage covering all of the angles of this historic court ruling.
We start with CBS 13's Marissa Bodner, who spoke with Sanborn just moments after his release.
Well, that's right, Kim and Greg. You know, earlier today we saw Tony Sanborn leave the courthouse in jail clothes. Tonight we watched him leave the jail wearing a suit.
A dangerous day on Maine roads. In Lyman, a car slams right into a dump truck. The rescue mission to get the driver out in just a moment. But first, a young father is dead tonight after this violent head-on crash in Hollis. The impact smashing up both vehicles, leaving 2 people with severe injuries. And right now, CBS 13's John Chrysos is live at Maine Medical Center, where both drivers are getting treatment right now, John.
Police say both drivers are being treated here for leg and internal injuries and are expected to survive.
Developing now, a fast-moving fire tears through 3 buildings in downtown Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
The flames raced through a city block, causing buildings to collapse, destroying 3 buildings in all and causing 2 of those to collapse.
Right now, crews are still on the scene hours after the fire started. So is our team of reporters standing by to bring you the most in-depth coverage from Portsmouth, including the history of these buildings and a past safety concern.
Let's go right to CBS 13's Dan Lamparello with where this investigation stands right now, Dan.
Greg and Kim, firefighters and crews are still out here on the scene. They've been here since just after midnight.
I've never seen anything like it.
Outages worse than the ice storm.
There may be more power outages than that ice storm of '98.
Hundreds of thousands of Mainers in the dark right now.
We are told that it's going to be, probably at least a week.
It is historic. This will definitely be historic.
The road to recovery. And the lingering danger as Mother Nature brings down trees, floods out roads, crushes homes.
The frame, the glass, and a tree came down on me.
And cars.
I heard a big bang. I didn't know it was my car.
A state of emergency after a powerful storm knocks out power to most of the state. We are live tonight here along the mid-coast, one of the areas that saw a lot of damage.
And, I never actually thought we would see that again. It's incredible that we had that many power outages. Hey, in the last weather hit, we showed you some of the peak wind gusts from some of the airports and mesonet sites. These are some of the marine locations. Look at this one, Isle of Shoals, coming in with 78-mile-per-hour gusts. Hurricane-force winds off the coast of New Hampshire. So again, these are marine locations here. Matinicus Rock, 72 miles per hour, Portland Buoy 63. CMP crews that need to get out there and take care of the power outages. The weather is going to cooperate over the next few days. We are, however, tracking some more showers in the forecast. We'll look at that coming up in just a few minutes.
Developing now at the live desk tonight, some incredible video is coming in showing us just how powerful the storm was as it moved through Maine and New Hampshire. Take a look here. You have to see Tom Babbitt shot this video. You can see an entire house in Warren, New Hampshire floating in the Baker River. We're told a storm in July washed away several hundred feet of the property. The homeowners then tried to make some repairs to the riverbank, but it seems it didn't hold up. The overnight rain sending that house down the river. And if you have any pictures or video of the storm, we'd certainly like to see them. Send it to us. Go to burst.com/CBS13. Now back to Greg and Kim in Brunswick.
Our Weather Authority team coverage continues tonight as Mainers begin the process of cleaning up and crews keep trying to get the lights back on.
Yeah, a lot of work still ahead. And for one woman, it was a really rude awakening this morning as a tree came crashing right into her bedroom. CBS 13's Dan Lamparello was live in Gardiner for us tonight with that story. An incredible story, Dan.
Yeah, definitely lucky to be alive, this woman who says that the tree right here, the massive tree that's still sitting on the side of this apartment complex here on Neal Street in Gardiner, came crashing down. They say everyone was asleep inside of the home when the winds and everything started to pick up, and that's when it toppled right down onto that top right bedroom, right through the ceiling in there, coming inches from her inside that house. Now, these are photos that she took right after this happened. Amanda Torek says right after the tree came into her bedroom, you can see it pierce the ceiling and that sharp limb coming extremely close to her bed. Now, she says she's lucky her kids weren't home last night. She says she was the only one upstairs in her room. Sometimes they like to sleep with her in the bed, but luckily they weren't there this morning. But she says she heard snapping of trees all night, but had no idea it was one of the ones just outside her window that would eventually give way.
Yeah, I probably never ran so fast in my life. It was pretty scary. You didn't know what was happening, plus it was dark, really loud and windy.
Now, power out to this entire area as well. Some areas up the street do have power, but this neighborhood definitely without power. A lot of people inside this apartment building affected by all of this as well. A lot of them saying they're going to stay put right now, but still no timeline on when all of this massive tree and the power might be restored in this area. Coming up at 6, though, we'll have plenty more reaction from this obviously rude awakening, as we're calling it, from this woman who, again, is lucky to be alive. We're live in Gardiner tonight. Dan Lamparello, CBS 13 News. Back to you.
All right, Dan, and a tree also crashed right into a home on Pierce Avenue in Portland. It was blown over during the peak winds this morning.
Huge tree branches are poking through the walls in several places there. The homeowner says she was sound asleep when that tree just shattered the skylight window above her bed. Part of it came crashing down right onto her, sending glass really all over the place. And other than a cut on her arm, she says she is okay. We are tracking potentially dangerous heat on the way. Tonight, the Weather Authority team has team coverage for you as we track the chance for that record-breaking heat tomorrow. Adam Epstein's monitoring air quality alerts. Yep, we already have one of those for tomorrow. But first, let's get right to Chief Meteorologist Charlie LaPresta with details on when we can have that record breaker, Charlie.
Well, Greg, that's going to be tomorrow. Tomorrow's our hottest day.